Look, I haven't met a single sane person who jumps out of bed screaming, "Hell yeah, I love it when life kicks my teeth in." Let's be real. Waking up when it's still pitch black outside is pure torture. When there's a freezing wind howling at the window, all you want to do is bury yourself under the covers and disappear. But you know what happens with me? 5 minutes later, my feet are hitting the pavement. Do you think I'm a fan of running? I hate it. It's the most miserable part of my entire day. But I attack that run as if my whole life depends on it. What's the secret? It's that greatness. Everything you actually want is hiding exactly where your "I want to" ends and your "I have to" begins. Every step in the freezing cold isn't just exercise, it's a layer of armor for your mind. I'm not training for a marathon. I'm training for the blows life is going to throw at me tomorrow. You need to get to a point where an unfulfilled plan makes you feel physically sick. Laziness should haunt you like a shadow, not be your go-to excuse. You gave in, said, "I'll catch up tomorrow." That's it. You've already lost. In this world, you're either the predator or the prey. Honestly, this path sucks. Most people won't even try to walk it. That's exactly why it's so lonely at the top. Hardly anyone makes it. No, if you can kill that habit of quitting, you become untouchable. Think about this. If you fold now, what does your life look like in 5 or 10 years? Who will you be at the finish line, knowing you traded your destiny for an extra hour of sleep? Your purpose won't just vanish. It'll turn into a poison that eats you alive from the inside. To build anything worth having, you've got to grind precisely when the work makes you want to gag, tired, broken, or just not in the mood. It's not an argument, it's noise. The only question is, can you keep the standard when you're at rock bottom? Because in those exact seconds, when everyone else drops their oars, you're creating a chasm between yourself and the crowd. Do you actually want this win? Or do you just like talking about it? Talk is cheap. When it's go time, the only thing that matters is, did you stand up or did you stay down? If you work in fits and starts, on fire today, cold tomorrow, you're just swinging a hammer at thin air. A pro hits the same spot until the rock shatters. You either run the process or you sink. Your inner voice is going to whine. It's going to whisper that the book is boring and the gym is too much. Just shut it up. It's background noise, nothing more. Success isn't about waiting for a vibe, it's about the protocol. When my alarm goes off at 4 a.m., I don't feel a surge of energy, but I get up. Know why? Because I gave my word. Because I'm the one in charge here. Your feelings are quicksand. Your commands to yourself are solid rock. Every time you step over your "I can't," you're building the superpower to control your reality. This is the only way. And your biggest enemy is staring back at you in the mirror right now. I don't negotiate with myself. There's a task. There's execution. Period. Looking for loopholes is a cancer that eats dreams. You can live a gray, pavement-colored life, or you can build a legend. But you have to learn how to floor the gas. Go to the gym, move the iron, run until your chest burns. When you push past comfort, you forge a will. And trust me, you'll need that will everywhere, in business, in family, in life. Discipline in the small things breeds greatness in the big ones. The choice is simple. You can stay in your old rut and settle for crumbs, or you can evolve. Be the pilot, not just some passenger in the back. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's the highest form of self-respect. Look at how much time has already slipped through your fingers. We spend decades sleeping, and another decade on empty weekends. options. Since when did you get the right to take a vacation from your own dream? You think time gives a damn if it's New Year's or Saturday? Time is a countdown, and it's ticking against you. Stop looking for options. Act before it's too late. Your brain will always whisper, "Go ahead, eat that donut, once won't hurt. Skip the workout, the world won't end." That's the cheap dopamine trap. Every choice like that is a step away from your goal. You either win the small skirmishes every day, or you lose the war for your life. You need tactical wins, the wake up, the work, the study. If you invest in yourself systematically, the result is as inevitable as 2 + 2 = 4. 10 years of grinding while everyone else is partying buys you a kind of freedom they're too scared to even dream of. And don't expect a pat on the back. The world doesn't care how hard you're trying. People see the pretty facade, but they don't see the foundation. They ask, "Why aren't I rich? I made a couple of calls." They just don't get the aesthetics of the grind. It means doing the boring, heavy work better than anyone else on earth. Day after day. No days off. Most people will break in the first month. You have to be obsessed. Your effort is the only thing that belongs strictly to you. No one can force you to give 100% except you. It's a battle inside your own head. You're not a kid anymore. You don't need a babysitter. You're an adult, and your word has to be harder than iron. Emotions are just trash. You can't build an empire on them. If something is stopping you from being the best version of yourself, cut it out without mercy. Walk right into the fear, afraid of the numbers. Sit down and study them. Afraid of rejection? Go out and get rejected. On the other side of pain, there is always a triumph. I realized I was on the right path when things got truly, brutally hard. I'm drained. I'm at my limit, but I won't utter a single word of complaint. You know why? Because I chose this hell myself. And I'm going through it with a smile. Because behind every single step I take, there is a rock-solid purpose.